We are gathered here to address a persistent governance gap in our legal system. And that gap is the presence of statutes and statutory provisions on our laws and on our law books that have been invalidated by courts but remain unamended, unrepealed, or unaligned. Court decisions alone do not automatically clean up the physical text of the laws of Kenya. The responsibility falls on the executive and parliament. An audit of court decisions reveals a concerning trend. A significant portion of our statutes and regulations have not kept pace with these transformations. Dozens of provisions struck down by the judiciary remain intact in our legislative texts because follow-up legislative action was never completed. We are today launching the multi-sectoral committee. It is against this backdrop that I'm proudly officially launching this multi-sectoral committee on legislative reform and alignment. This committee is not just another administrative task force. It is envisioned as a seminal interinstitutional engine room designed to modernize Kenya's legal architecture, protect constitutionalism, and ensure our laws serve the contemporary public interest.
Let me just point out that, by way of example, that the analysis on the provisions of laws declared unconstitutional covers 64 judicial decisions which have been determined between 2014 and 2024, and which have made determinations across 50 distinct statutes and 4 statutory instruments, and approximately 128 statutory provisions or statutory instruments. These decisions largely concern infringements of key constitutional guarantees, including public participation, equality and non-discrimination, political rights, fair administrative action, fair trial rights, children's rights, separation of power, and institutional independence. The most affected laws are in the area of criminal justice, electoral law, and finance and taxation. And our second preliminary analysis has identified 42 statutes that may have become obsolete but are still in our statute books. And these, as you have rightly pointed out, may be laws that have been superseded by the Constitution or subsequent legislation, or laws that have established institutions that no longer exist or are no longer current, laws that set up historical loans, guarantees, and spent obligations. But as we've pointed out, Honorable AG, these analyses, the findings of our analysis are preliminary, and we are hopeful that, or the intention is that through the committee that you have set up, we'll be able to validate these findings and then make recommendations as you have tasked us to do.